Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the Buffalo Bills and their rookie quarterback drafted 7th overall, Josh Allen, as they get set to match up with the #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield, and the Cleveland Browns. So with that, let's get up to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Welcome in, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So you've got 1 week of preseason games in the books. Now you start to really assess some of the vets and, of course, some of the young players.
You're exactly right, because now there's a week's worth of film out there for everyone to watch. And for guys who may or may not make these particular teams, that film will be out there around the league, so maybe they can catch on somewhere else if they have to. But this will be a lot of fun to see how much time the veterans play versus how much time the young guys get.
Stephen Hauschka now about set to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're brought out by the #1 overall pick in this year's draft, the Heisman Trophy winner from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
From walking on at 2 different programs in the Big 12 to a Heisman Trophy winner, Maxwell Award winner, Walter Camp winner, and unanimous All-American, not to mention the #1 overall pick in the NFL, the stars have certainly aligned for Baker Mayfield. But now comes the tough part. Can you get an 0-16 team back to respectability and hopefully in the future to playoff success?
The first carry for a former 49er and also a former Buckeye. It's Carlos Hyde trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And a peek now at the offense for Cleveland.
An emerging threat in the passing game is David Njoku, who had a really nice rookie season in 2017 with 32 catches, 386 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And many also remember he was the 3rd first-round pick for Cleveland in the 2017 draft, following Myles Garrett, defensive end, and Jabril Peppers, defensive back.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Here we go. 3.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. That ball running right through him. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. So after the INT, it's Allen. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Let's go!
Allen now on 1st down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Let's go! Green, 39!
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Side by Benjamin. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively.
All right, here we go.
Second down, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Quickly now, a look at the Buffalo defense.
I'm expanding my focus here because I want to look at two guys. I want to look at the safety duo of Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. Poyer plays the free safety. He roams in the middle of the field. Micah Hyde, close to the line of scrimmage, makes a lot of plays on the football in the running game. But both of them had 5 interceptions in 2017, and Micah Hyde went to his first Pro Bowl.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go play action here on first down. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Jeremy Curley, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle? No mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Here's tight end Clay, the intended receiver. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. And now let's see how the young rookie bounces back. First drive and interception. How will he handle it?
And I think this is where your leaders step up for you, right? Your veteran guys put a big arm around him. All right, guy, you had one. Don't worry about it. Let's get out there and let's roll. And I'm also eager to see what the offensive coordinator is going to do. How much confidence does he have in him? Does he go safe now, or does he continue to run the full game plan?
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Mayfield gets it to Gordon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First down, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. First down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Mayfield now on 2nd down. That's complete right around the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll run high, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Carlos Hyde, a 6-yard touchdown run, and the Browns are able to cash in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it was capped off by a Carlos Hyde touchdown run. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
All right, here we go. Blue line it.
On play action, Allen. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jamie Collins coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On play action, Allen. And that is incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
On fourth down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. On the punt there. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And the Browns getting set to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Here we go now. Green.
Mayfield on first down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They go to Johnson again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And a couple of big boys up front defensively, and in that 4-3, those D tackles so vital.
Extremely vital. I love how you described that because if they control things up front, often it's over the guard. Sometimes they slide and make it over the center. It's really hard to get a play started then because a lot of teams want to start inside out running the football. But against a good 4-3, you may not find any space. And on that play, there was zero space, no gain.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And here come the Bills. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot. Great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle him. That's what you're looking for.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Let's go! Blue line it!
Now Allen throwing on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete as well.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they have little chance of winning this one.
Here's Colton Schmidt now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. We get a glance at Duke Johnson as he heads back out onto the field. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
Now let's go.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They go play action. Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Browns on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man. That's Landry. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Throw left side complete. That's Gordon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Mayfield with it once more. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now let's go.
Throwing on first down is Allen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 2nd down, it's McCoy. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. The Bills on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And caught by Curley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
On first down, Allen. Left side here, caught by Clay. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Set. Blue 90.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And some room to work. And he slides to avoid the hit. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This one of 5 games going on in the NFL on this Friday night, the second week of the preseason. We've got 7 more tomorrow, including Jags, Vikings, and Raiders-Rams, as well as another on Monday night, the Ravens and Colts from Indy. In our game, the defenses look to be ready for the regular season. Maybe not the offenses just yet, but still a half to go as we get you back out to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down. That's a prime example of how tough Chris Ivory can be to bring down.
He's so good that I think that he would last very well in a boxing gym. You know, because he's going to wear you down with those types of runs all game long. And if they can't start getting him on the ground quicker and more efficiently, they've got a long game in front of them.
Back to the ground on first down. Again, Ivory. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now the backup, A.J. McCarron. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
The Bills on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Green 39.
Working from the gun here, McCarron. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
You know, if this is the regular season, Parker, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
first throw here for the backup Taylor. Incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. Third down here. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Ivory. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Let's go! Green, 39!
Now a play fake. McCarron. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. Throwing on first. Here's McCarron. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's McCarron off play action. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Tyrod Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And we'll see if he opts for a heavier dose of running plays, because running is where they've had more success than in the passing game.
And the way they've spread it around to different people running it as well. It's not just been one principal guy who's carried the thing and moved the game forward for them. Whoever has touched it has given them good yardage. I think he's going to stay with that game plan. It takes the pressure off of him as a thrower.
A team effort, and they're winning on the scoreboard. They're trying to fire up the running game with Hyde. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On second down, Taylor. And Callaway taking it in left side. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Offense.
So that one a hold right down.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Third and long, it's Taylor. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well, because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle, you may have some trouble against good defensive tackles. That's what we just saw on that play. No gain.
And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Bills on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Set. P19.
They fake the give. Now McCarron. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A good pickup there at 22. McCarron now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. McCarron on first down. Over the middle, it's Holmes. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Jamie Meter in there to get him for his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw, McCarron throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11.
Now let's go. Green 39.
From the gun, it's McCarron. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
McCarron now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's A.J. McCarron. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. As Ike went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
McCarron following the sack. He leads his guys up on 3rd and long.
Here we go now. Blue line. Blue line.
Shotgun snap for McCarron. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
All right, here we go. Green 39.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Travaris Cadet, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The throw by Taylor there knocked away and incomplete.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes and we'll be in great shape.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
4 down.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Blue line.
On 2nd down, Ivory. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. A.J. McCarron looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
A pressure spot now for a guy who's been here before, and that's Stephen Hauschka. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Shaq Lawson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, here's Taylor. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Adolphus Washington in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on fourth down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I think you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh boy, you wish you hadn't.
Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another run. This time it's Ivory. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Bills on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Set! Green 39!
To throw is McCarron. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Cleveland.